So after today, you guys will be shared into groups, and from there, it's just your group team. You come and we discuss about it. Every group will come up with their suggestion and what they've been able to come up with. This time around is extreme collaboration, because trust me, any data analyst stuff you're doing, you're not going to be the only person in the team. Okay, you have, thank you everyone. You have to work with teams, you have to work with people, right? So extreme collaboration. If you're not in a team, it means you're not part of the project. That's what it means. So if you want to be part of the project, you have to be part of the team. Then you might not contribute daily, but at least your input, maybe through the group chat, you might want to contribute to them, tell them what you found out or what you were thinking. It goes a long way. But I want you guys to learn how to collaborate, because the best way to actually do things better is with people. If Bolaji, Nene, Ezine, and Constance are in the team, for example, you guys worked on a project and you tag each other on LinkedIn, or maybe tag me along on LinkedIn. You go on a project, you tag me along on LinkedIn. I have a very large network. I think I have over maybe 2,000 or 1,500 followers. I have connections. I repost your whatever it is you've kept there. Your network sees that post. Nene's network sees it. Bolaji's network sees it. Constance is in it. Their network all sees the post, plus my own network. Imagine what that would do to your audience. If you keep doing it after every project you work on, that's how it works. That's how it works. Now you're you're leveraging on people's network, not just your own network, right? So that's why whenever I'm trying to make a post on Instagram, I try to tag someone. And whenever someone comments, I tag the person's name too, so that it appears on their own timeline. That's how it works. So that's why teamwork, collaboration is a very good way of getting started in data analysis. My bad. So if you have any question regarding or anything you've okay, so someone just posted something. Tony Awoni, nice one. So CMO, she said managing the brand image of the company, measures KPI and uses individual metrics, lagging metrics, leading metrics. Okay. Oh, this is reading. Sorry, I want Tony, if you can talk about this, because I don't want to read. If you can talk about it, that would be really helpful. Just give us a brief, what you understand by these points and how you think they will help in the project. Tony, you can hear me? Oh, okay. So does anyone, I'm going to have to read this through later. Does anyone have any contribution? Because the first question is we have to come up with 4 questions for the CEO and for the CMO. So I dropped a link, how to think from the CEO and CMO point of view. And CEO is like the Chief Executive Officer. They are actually concerned more about money, right? How every part of the business is giving them money. While CMO is concerned about leads, like marketing, social media, relationship of the company and the outside world, customer service and all that, right? So, but just based on what I've said, can anyone think of just a question? Let's start with one question that you think the CEO would most likely ask, because I want this to be a collaborative session, guys, please. So anybody that has a question, contribution to what might be. Okay, Kehinde, go ahead.
Okay, so for the CEO, like you said, they are more focused on revenue generation. So they will likely be interested in how ways in which the business can generate revenue, and then the projections in terms of how much the project that will be making in a year, in 2 years, and all that. Then for the CMO, because they're interested in the marketing activities, so they want to do a survey of what how the product is doing in the market. What else can they do to attract more customers? Which channel can they find their customers? So those are the kind of questions.
Mm.
Yeah. And having a discussion with them to know what exactly they want to achieve.
Okay. That's a nice one. Guys, I hope you're hearing. You can listen because Candy just made 2 good points here. 2 good, wonderful points, right? So please just take notes because when you be shared in the team, so you can have something to contribute or work with. So Bolaji, go ahead.
Hello, Daniel. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Okay, yeah. So, first off, for the CEO, one of the major concerns will be who is making the most money and at what cost? At what cost? What is costing us to do this and how much are we making? So at least know which one will be more beneficial and which one is actually, for example, now you can be making 2,000, just a rough estimate, $2,000 per day. So you're spending $1,500 and you can be making 1.5 per day and you're just spending $200. So you see that the net profit margin is actually really large. So to be able to make better decisions on this project, so stuff like that, that's what the CEO is concerned about. And for the CMO, so basically what the CMO is concerned about is first of all, how are we reaching our customers? Which method of reaching our customer is the best? Then also, since we've reached our customers now, which products give them the most satisfaction and what are their complaints? What are they complaining about? What is happening? What don't they like about the products? Because the truth is, there's always something they don't like, even though they can't meet all their needs. But for example, I have a customer base of 1,500 and 1,000 is complaining about a particular thing. That should be my topic of interest because if today it doesn't cost at the 500, the 1,000 are charging more than the 500 and not complaining. So stuff like that are what you bring into consideration. And also, the CMO will be worried about what strategy, what method of advertisement is actually the best. What method of advertisement is the best? Okay. And for example, now I can be selling a particular product and let's say for example I'm selling curry and I'm advertising on LinkedIn. Am I playing? Those kind of things are what people think that this, what is generating more leads? And not even just generating more leads, which of those leads, what platform is making those leads done into customers? So I think that perspective also.
Wonderful. That's really wow, that's good. That's really, really good, Bolaji. Thank you so. Okay, sorry, I thought I was. Yeah, I can hear you. I thought you could hear me. So thank you, Bolaji. That's really good. That's really, really good. So I hope you guys are writing again because very wonderful point from Bolaji and Kendi. Right. Just to add to what they said, so the fact that I used to be a customer relationship officer with Jumia and sales division gives me a good insight on this topic because one of the things we were always concerned about is how to cement relationships with our customers. How do we cement this relationship and what medium is working and what medium is not working, right? So, for example, whenever people are ordering a product, and maybe I can look at the sales dashboard and I'm looking at, okay, who's leading, what employee is leading sales dashboard? I look at the person, I go to meet the person, okay, what are you doing? How are you able to make this amount of sales? How do you, so I just stay, listen to the person, how he talks to them. I find out that customers want to be treated in a kind of eggly manner. They want you to treat them like eggs, right? And I found out that the way the person is talking to them and all that makes people, maybe he has this background of coming from Benin. Whenever anybody that comes from Benin is talking to talking to him, or Edo, Benin or Edo, talking to him, he has this way of, moving into their way of talking and all that. So anybody that calls from Benin or Edo State, they move the call to this guy. So I found out that Jumia were able to, so that thing actually made a promotion for him. He was able to rise above the rank. And Jumia had a very good relationship with people in Benin City. All right. So that was the way we're able to actually track how the relationship between each states. So the guy was almost handling calls and sales of people coming from that state. Most of the calls and most of the sales goes through the guy from Benin or Edo State, right? So looking at that data set, you'll find out that there are different countries. Now, the more sales you make in a country is a direct relationship that you have a very good marketing strategy in that country. So let's say you sell more in United States, maybe out of 5,000 products, you sold almost half of the products in United States. It shows that your marketing strategy, whatever it is you're using, works well for people in United States. So that means you stick to that marketing strategy and devise how you can increase your sales amongst other countries, right? Just like what Balaji says, you can't be selling Gary and you're putting it on LinkedIn. If you're selling knowledge, put it on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is for that kind of stuff. If you're selling Gary, probably on Facebook, then craft a very good story on how the Gary will help them become smarter or make more money or get more women. Trust me, people will buy as long as you're giving them something, right? Then maybe if you're selling clothes, you can't put clothes on LinkedIn. Okay, even on Twitter, it doesn't even look good. So your marketing medium actually tells a lot. Selling clothes, you should put it on Facebook, but most especially put it on Instagram, right? So your marketing medium tells a lot. So the question is, what marketing medium is a company using to actually sell this product or reach their customers and attract more customers? So that's one question or one way we can look at it. So do we have any other contribution? I really don't want to talk to Bisha. Do we have any contribution? Anybody, anything at all? It doesn't really have to be something that's professional. Okay, it's just as long as it's something that comes from you, I believe is of value. Okay, because we are all data analysts. So you have to start thinking as a data analyst too. See yourself as a data analyst, okay? Because the way you see yourself is how others will see you. So see yourself as a data analyst. Isn't it? Go ahead.
So for me, yeah, I think that the CEO will be concerned more about the money, how the money is coming, the numbers, and we want to ask how the average transaction, and as a data analyst, we want to see how it has evolved. Like, I mean, when you get to work with these people, we want them to show you, their books that indicates how the average transaction goes over the years, and probably even their return on investment. How, I mean, these are the things that the CEO wants to increase. That if they hire you or if they subscribe to what the insights are saying, do they really get that return on investment? So we want to know even how much market share this company has in terms of the competition in the market. So, for instance, if it's let's say a car rental company, you want to know what is their market share. Okay, do they have that? Do they know what it is? And because when we know that, we can say, okay, what are the indicators or what are the KPIs that we can, that can be improved so that they can, increase their market share? Or, you can also indicate which other avenue they may use to, which other avenues they can use to increase their market share. I think the numbers, because the numbers can increase their sales or increase their market share or whatever that shows they are making, that their revenue is. talking skills is what the CEO would be more interested in. Then for the CMO, which is I think the senior marketing officer, that's how I saw that. So anything around marketing is what to be interested in, how they up their game in terms of the marketing scene, the number of so what are the channels in which they market their goods. So how much impact are they having through those channels? So how much impact? Now that is, you start looking at the numbers. I want to say how much quantitative, right? You start thinking about, okay, how many visitors have you seen their channel, Instagram, what I don't know, there's a way to calculate the lifetime value of their customers. How there's a formula for it. How can a marketing particularly know that their customers are like a good percentage of their customers are loyal to their company, because there are other competitors in the market, right? So it's a senior marketing officer would want to know that, and we can calculate that. I think that the formula for that. Also, if there are different touch points, okay, maybe the website, social media, all the points whereby they mark and they advertise the company or the product that we have. They want to find out, are they having good click rates? Okay, so now I'm going into this, now going towards the marketing part. What is all involved? So we want to know how are their marketing campaigns doing well overall? If they want to and they might differentiate the which marketing channel, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is doing, it's having more click rates or having more customers interacting and even buying from them, So the CEO wants to know the overall of what how each of these touch points, like I mentioned on the channel, impact in terms of the numbers now. So then also marketing campaigns, the people under the CMO who are in charge of the marketing campaign would have to present to the CMO how the marketing campaigns are driving buying, okay? And through that they can know which channel is much stronger and they can also know which marketing channel can be used for certain things. For instance, you can say YouTube you cannot be using YouTube for displaying or showing how our product works. Then we can use Facebook, to show how people can, something like YouTube. But probably LinkedIn would be different, how they switch their campaign message different for different touch points of channels, right? So all of these numbers will be very important for the CMO to do. And overall, I think both the CEO and CMO want to know year in, year out, year after year, how are they seeing this grow through the KPI? How is this KPI from the KPI? What is the KPI in terms of their growth? So last year, how much did they make in sales versus the particular product? Just like that, they begin to see, and we can now tweak. Okay, if we do this differently, we can get a different result. So as a consultant, you want to find those key concerns of the CEO and of the CMO, and then this will also lead to you knowing which the exact the KPIs actually, the KPIs that you should begin to work with. And then sometimes you might make recommendations. When I was working on this, I just imagine that you come on board with the CMO and sometimes you don't know what they may not even have the answers, and they may not even know, some of these numbers. So, but it's going to cause some shifts, right? They may have to be, carry out some business process in engineering activities whereby, some redundant things are taken away. Some of these questions, there are more questions that you can ask, and in terms of analysis, what I think is when we go to the board to speak with the CEO and CMO, really, they will not be able to answer some questions, but when I read where they say most companies, even big companies, as they keep doing, their books get scattered and organized. So you as a consultant, you look forward to that. You may ask the questions and you will not get the answer. And the problem will be on you to help them to solve it. So, sorry I'm going too far, but I think when you come in as a data analyst on board, when CEO is an CMO, you have to also kind of act like a business analyst person. They may not know the next step. So though you are there to arrange, organize data, give them some insights, sometimes you can let them left hanging. These are left hanging. So I think that goes back to what David said, that you need to understand the company, you need to understand, important history of that company, and even research that the company in your own way, research about the company and what can be improved. But like after the meeting, even before the meeting, after the meeting, because there's some, you can have information before the meeting, you already have, then when you ask a question, you may kind of put some solutions, but not like absolutely. Then when you go to work, for the next meeting, you may not have to tell them, okay, this is what they recommend, and they can scale up the solution, they can start with this, start with that. But you have to be ready that they'll be looking up to you. They'll be looking up to you because they may not have that person, that can, bring that business like position, not just data, but you have to be able to help them go further. To find a particular position or something they can start working on. Now, all this came from my mind. I was just thinking if I was to see you and them, and I'm posing all these questions, and you don't answer me, you don't have the question, you don't have the answer. It's up to me, or it's up to me, the data analyst, and the business guy. Even the business guy will be depending on the data analyst. So you see, you have to be ready to rub minds with the business guy, the business manager. They have to. CEO will be asking the business, okay, give us our number, give us what's in our kit. Let me see, And there's something about I'm getting something people. I don't know. Well, when you're with someone, there's something I've made from my own work. When you're looking at something like this, they get uneasy, and that's not what you want to do. You want to get to appear as much confidence. You want them to be confident enough to, see through what they're saying and not just get excited because they want to, to be, I don't know, like just, make them look like they know what they're doing. But you want to come in with something that, can buffer that gap. So that's why asking questions in the meeting can so benefit off. So you have to concentrate about the company, and beforehand you can have a meeting with the business manager. Give you access to the person, you can have that meeting with the person. So in overall, my question, they're not really standalone. There are questions that I ask, but I can ask at the meeting, but I would also suggest to have another meeting with maybe the business manager, the sales rep, or something like that. And then there are some expectations I want to keep in mind quite that I'm not let's say not asking anybody or asking probing, like I'm probing the CEO. I don't know. That's like that's what went through my mind when I was thinking about the question and posing the question. And I it was just my imagination. I saw myself thinking that that's what I would do if I would have that mistake. Thank you.
Wow, that was really, really comprehensive. Huh? Wow, that was really comprehensive. Isn't has actually made a lot of points, and one of the points I actually picked up from what she said is having a meeting with the business manager and the sales rep. So that's actually something to look at. What will the business manager be interested in? What will the sales rep be interested in? I can have an idea for the sales rep because I mean I used to be a sales analyst before. So what will these people be interested in? These are questions you might want to do your research on. And also, she said, have the answer even before they give you an answer, because have an answer to these questions and assume questions that I might even want to ask. Because trust me, you don't want to be caught off guard, right? Thank you, Ezine, for that, for those number of points. And I hope you're writing down, everybody. So I hope you're taking on points. Sulaiman, your hand was up before I get to Moses and Kendi. Sulaiman, your hand was up. Do you have something to contribute? Okay, Moses, go ahead.
All right. Good morning. Good morning, Daniel. I must say that isn't it really gone so deep in saying most of the things that you didn't even give room for us to even give our own little contribution, but that's fine. Well said, isn't it? I'd like to go. I'm sorry. Okay. I like to go back to what I actually have said down, but I know I just want to keep you these few questions that we want to look at and how to drive artificial analytics, what to do, CEO and CMO, backgrounds and all of that. What CEO is for the figures and the revenue. One of them is figures, but of course, for the CEO have to do more revenue, how revenue is coming in, but that's what he or she is more in at. And every CEO would have potential for the year, but again, the nice that you always have the same strength, the way you check this projection on, but you can also like compared to what happened in the first quarter, in the project for the first month, second month, third month. What for the first 2 months, you can compare if you make sales in January. Okay, if you look at the February, okay, we dropped in our sales from revenue, what happened, what led to the drop in the revenue, that will not be addressed when you look at before the first quarter. And of course, that gives like on what the projection could look like, because if you don't track it at the end, it becomes a problem when you need to wait to the end of the year because you look at what the revenue and compare that with your projection. So I think that you want to do your sales training, want to see how sales are going and what's bringing in more than the revenue and which particular product is not bringing the right revenue. Then for the CMO, the CMO is more of a marketing operations and the running of how to ensure the brand is out there for what people buy towards products. So for the CMO, I would like to focus more on the customer. Relate to that location. You already mentioned looking at which location tends to have this higher sales, which location tends to buy more into the product. The example of so for the CMO, you want to look at the location tends to have larger customer. The customer tends if you find it very interesting that you might have sales more in a particular location, but the customer thinks they rather you might have a location that is so high and the customer base is, I'm trying to say in a location that you have more sales but less customer, and a location that is more and the customer there are not in comparison to you see UK sales, but the customer is just one, just 10. So that 10 customer, they are the one buying consistent. The customer base is not high there, but if you go to maybe a country like Israel, you see the customer base is like this, but sales that doing what it's very few. So you need to check that what is bringing about the high number of sales in a location that the request is little as compared to the request more, but number of customers are reduced. So we want to check that to see what is bringing about. Is it that it's bringing more in the center to drive more customers into the business, or is it that they want to change strategy of what it is sold there? Or you want to even look at the season, that the things that are being sold there, it's not in alignment with the season of a particular location. You know, it's summer and you are sending in goods, or you have goods that are not aligning what we need for summer time. So we want to check our stock and look at when it's summertime, we need to have that, you know, the request for those areas that are in that city, we want to, you know, have them hands, which is what the CMO would likely want to put into consideration, looking at the customer base per country and how to increase the customer base in those countries so that the goods that they have there, you know, can go as far as the way they want to meet up the location of what people has for the revenue at the end of the particular year. Right, thank you.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Moses, for that. So what Moses was basically, one of the things I picked up from what Moses said was looking at the seasons. And if you remember, okay, sorry, I was actually muted. So one of the things I picked up from what Moses said was looking at the seasons, right? And if you remember in the human resources project, we grouped our data by seasons. I don't know if it's available in the project we're currently working on, but if there are dates, we can actually do that. Okay, make it interesting. And we could look at the profit. So maybe we have 2015 to 2020. We can look at how the profit has increased in each year. And then to make it interesting, you can say, okay, in 2015, what was the marketing strategy that worked, that gave us the highest number of profits? If you are able to get that, you can then tell the CMO, okay, the same strategy used in 2015, you can use it in 2023, or this time around, let it be advanced because things have, technology has increased, you know, so you might want to match it with the latest technology and all that, right? So I think, okay, before I go with Ezinne, I think Kehinde, your hand was up before you kept it down. So please, let's keep it brief. Let's try and keep it brief, okay? Just keep it brief and straight to the point. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. I'm just thinking here, based on what everybody has said, that is there a way to kind of establish a scope? Because by the time you do your work as a data analyst, and then you do the work of the business analyst, which is also kind of comprehensive as well, you know, is there a way to say, okay, this is the scope of, you know, what I'm going to cover, and then work with both the CMO and the CEO so that they will have an idea as well, so that you just keep doing research and analysis of on and on and on and on. So I think that discussion is also important. Thank you.
Okay, so okay, that's a nice one, Kehinde. So basically we can so I kept the name of the company Tata Industries, right? Tata Group. I'm not even sure you did. Tata. Just go on Google, right? Tata. Then you can get what the company does, an idea. I'm actually discussing with one of their staffs on LinkedIn. I was talking with a lady and I was telling her what's actually going on now. So I'm hoping, I'm praying. I don't have a connection with Tata Industries yet, but I'm hoping and I'm praying to God that she honors my invitation to be here during the time for presentation. Okay, and I'll really tell her to be available that day. I'll beg her to be available that day. If she's not the one, it has to be someone else, but someone from Tata has to come, right, to see what's happening, because I want them to be there, because you need to have the scope of the business. Go on research, go on their websites, have an idea of what they do, how they do the business, try to match it and understand the data sets. You know, that's one way to look at it. Look at the message from the CEO, their values, you know, what they are building their company on. These are the things you want to understand, right? Then that gives you an idea of what the company deals on and how they operate. Then from there, you can have a scope, because the task for week 1 is just to craft 4 questions. So the 4 questions might not be accurate, but let them be accurate to the best of your knowledge, right? Let them be accurate to the best of your knowledge. Craft 4 questions you want to ask the CEO, 4 questions you want to ask the CMO, and yeah, so that should be what you should do next week. So this project officially starts on Monday next week, right? So from Monday next week, we might be having our sessions on Mondays and Fridays. Wednesdays won't be sessions anymore, like Mondays and Fridays, so you can have time, because the project is a lot. I don't want to choke you guys. Monday, Fridays we'll meet, discuss the project, what you've done so far, and how I'm going to advise you on what else to do. Okay, so all right. Do we have isn't it? Please go ahead with your contribution, but please make it brief this time, okay? Make it really brief this time because of time and all. Okay.
Oh, sorry. There's no don't worry, it's been resolved the question in my mind.
All right. So I hope you guys were actually writing down, because out of all the contributions we've made so far, I'm sure you can come up with 4 questions that you can craft out for both the. So any question you're crafting out for the CEO, try to see how it has a direct correlation with the CMO. A question you might want to ask the CMO, like what year gave the highest number of sales? 2015. A correlative question might be, what marketing strategy did they use? Then you might want to say which country gave the highest profit, or which country has sales been massive in. A correlative question can be, what is actually the marketing strategy that works in this country? Or how do these people think? What is our relationship like? What is our retention and conversion rates for this country? If we have 500 customers registered in our company, what is the conversion rates to money? These 5,000 customers, are all of them transacting with us, or are some of them just for numbers and maybe just 100 of them are doing the transaction? I mean, if you have 5,000 customers, only 100 people doing transactions, that's bad conversion rates. Okay, conversion rate should be at least half or more than half. Okay, so I think that's what we can actually discuss on today. I don't want to keep you guys here even close to 11:30. So I want you to go on. The forms for the teams will be shared today. You can just fill up the form, and I'm going to share the team later today or very early tomorrow morning. You should get them, okay, so that you can meet up and start your collaboration. All right, so I don't know if we have any other question or any question at all regarding this project. You can go ahead and ask. Okay. If you don't have any question, like I said, to make your work easily known, I don't know, I've not actually spoken to Daisy personally, but I really love what she did, and it's actually giving her traffic to her posts. She made a post on LinkedIn and she tagged me in the post. And now I can actually see most of my connections, people I know personally, that Daisy, I'm sure Daisy she doesn't all know these people personally. They've been able to interact with her post. And some of them, because they know me, I've been able to share this post. I think one of them or two of them just shared the post. So that's how it helps you when you, I have connections, I think 1,500 connections, 1,500 followers on LinkedIn. It helps. You can leverage on my connections, leverage on them, so you can put your post out there and it reaches more people. When you work on a project, you can tag me and I can actually take a look, comment on it. Because I commented on it, it shows on my timeline. And because of it showing on my timeline, people that are my connections or people that follow me will be able to see that post and interact. So some of them, because they know me personally, they will interact with it. So some of them, because maybe they're my colleagues, former colleagues, they interact with it. So that helps. Okay, that helps. So you can leverage on that. And when you work with guys, your peers from here, tag yourselves in your posts. So it shows on all of you's timelines and you guys can repost and share and everything. That's one way to use LinkedIn and do Ojoro. Okay, so all right then. And also please tell your friends about us. Okay, in any way we've been able to help you so far, please tell your friends about us. We have our new cohort coming in just before the elections, February 20th. Yeah, that's when our new cohort should be starting, mentorship cohort, and promises it's not going to be better than the first, because the first people I poured out my spirit and I'm still trying to pour out my spirit. But the second people I'm going to try to pour out my spirit, okay? Because as they say, the first fruit is, or the husbandman or whatever, the first fruit is actually the best. So we have our new cohort coming in, and I have a friend from South Africa, Kusanelli. She will be showing from February, she'll be showing her face in the 2 different cohorts, okay, trying to explain her real life experience and how it is for her with all that and everything. Okay, so please tell your friends about us. And yep. Okay, guys. Thank you for your time. If we don't have any other question, I guess we should call it a day. So thank you for everyone that contributed, that answered questions, that asked questions, that said one thing or another. And thank you for every one of you that listened to my story before we started this whole session. I hope it has been able to help you in one way or the other. So I'll see you guys next week. And yeah, see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Daniel. Have a lovely day.